All right, so hold on a sec, Harley. So today we're putting Formic Pro on the hives to treat for mites, and there's two different ways to dose with Formic Pro. This is what a Formic Pro pad looks like, and you can see I'm wearing plastic gloves to keep my hands protected from the formic acid. The first way to dose it is to put two of those pads onto one hive for 10 days and then pull them off. And then the second way is to put one of them on a hive for 10 days and then put a second one on after you remove that first one. And I like that second dosing method better because the dose of formic acid isn't so high and it doesn't result in supersedure as easily. Okay, so now Harley's going to go through the process. So here he is pulling the outer cover off. Got the outer cover off, and now he's going to pull the inner cover. Now we can see the bees in there. And actually, when you're doing Formic Pro, you want to put it between the two hive bodies. And so actually, we could have just not even pulled that lid off and just pulled the box off. But this way we get to see what it looks like in the top. Okay, so now Harley is going to probably give them a little bit of smoke just to chill them out. Okay, and then now he's going to take off that, nope, you got to take off that upper hive body. You're probably going to need your hive tool. Up. So you've got a bunch of frames that are stuck to the bottom, so go ahead and pry it up, and you're going to have to separate them. So you can see when Harley lifts it that there's a bunch of frames that are stuck. And so he's got to pry all those off. And this is just a problem that you're going to run into if you haven't gone into your hives very recently. Okay, so now he pulls that box and sets it over on a stand just to keep it off the ground. You could also lean it. And then now you can see the bees here, and so Harley's going to smoke them down just to get them out of the way of the pad. And I'm also going to have Harley clean off all that burr comb that's on the top. So he's going to take the hive tool and scrape that burr comb off. Yeah, just like cleanly, just go through it. Go right past all the bees and they'll get out of the way. And then you just shake it off and do the next one. Good job. Okay. Good. Yeah, and it's good to clean up the burr comb because that's what was gluing those frames to the upper hive body. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a little smoke just to get them out of the way. There we go. Yep, and just get all that off of there. Good. And there's one big chunk on the end of, yeah. So, and you can see that we're wearing surgical gloves. The bees could sting through those, but they don't tend to, and it's also protecting us from the formic acid. So now he's going to put the formic acid pad on. Just plop that down, just like that, kind of right over the brood nest. And now the hive body goes back on. Good. Yep, and just plunk her down in line. You need to slide it back a bit. There we go. Okay. And the inner cover goes on.
This way, right?
Yep, that's a good way. And then the outer cover. And then the last thing is we need to put the slider in. So Harley's gonna grab one of these sliders over here, because I'm using screened bottom boards, and he's just gonna slide that into the gap. And that's all there is to it.